On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Whisper.
To speak very quietly to somebody using the breath rather than the voice so that only those close to you can hear you.
Examples.
Answer in a whisper. The whisper of the leaves. He took me aside and whispered in my ear.
Tale.
A story made up in someone's imagination, especially one full of action and adventure.
Examples.
A fairy tale. Tale of horror. Ghosts in folk tales are almost always malicious.
Conspiracy.
A secret agreement between two or more people to perform something harmful or illegal.
Examples.
Political conspiracy. Conspiracy theory. There was a conspiracy of silence about illegal police interrogation.
Deception.
The act of misleading or tricking someone, often by creating a false impression or concealing the truth, a fraudulent or dishonest action.
Examples.
Deception tactics. Deception in advertising. The politician was accused of deception for making false promises during his campaign.
Moral.
Concerned with the principles of what is right and wrong, fairness, honesty, etc.
Examples.
Moral hazard. Moral burden. Ethics deals with moral conduct.
Ambiguity.
The quality of being open to more than one interpretation, the uncertainty of meaning.
Examples.
Free from ambiguity. Avoid ambiguity in writing. The ambiguity in the instructions made it difficult for her to complete the task.
Hamlet.
A small village or settlement, often without a church.
Examples.
Hamlet Village. Historic Hamlet. The winter snowstorm entirely engulfed the small hamlet.
Depict.
To illustrate someone or something in a photograph.
Examples.
Depict a scene. Depict a feeling of isolation. His son had accurately depicted the bloom.
Titular.
Holding or bearing a particular title or designation, often without having the full authority or functional responsibilities that normally accompany the position, pertaining to or existing in name only.
Examples.
Titular character. Titular ruler. Despite being the company's titular leader, she had little authority in decision-making.
Haunted.
Inhabited, visited, or frequented by ghosts or spirits, disturbed or troubled by persistent or disturbing memories or emotions.
Examples.
Haunted house. Haunted by memories. The old mansion was known to be haunted, with strange noises and eerie sightings reported by visitors.
Immobilize.
To render someone or something unable to move or function normally, to restrain, inhibit, or stop.
Examples:
Immobilize the city. Immobilize our opponent. The paramedics had to immobilize the accident victim to prevent further injury during transport to the hospital.
Mere.
Used to emphasize how insignificant or minor someone or something is.
Examples:
Mere acquaintance. Mere incident. He lost the election by mere votes.
Lurk.
To wait somewhere secretly, especially because you are about to attack someone or do something bad or illegal.
Examples:
Lurked behind the words. Lurk in the darkness. In the city, the risk of traffic accidents lurks at every corner.
Shadow.
A dark area or shape cast by an object blocking the passage of light, an area in darkness or shade, a reflected image or copy of something, a person, activity, or influence that follows or accompanies someone or something closely and persistently, often in a secretive or ominous manner.
Examples:
Shadow cast. Shadow puppetry. The tree cast a shadow over the picnic area, providing relief from the sun.
Brood.
To think much and deeply about something that makes one annoyed, anxious, or angry. Noun, a group of young birds or other animals all produced at one hatching or birth.
Examples:
Brood about the defeat. A brood of chickens. The terrible result brooded over her all day long.
Phantom.
A ghost or a spirit of a dead person, something existing only in your imagination or perception.
Examples:
A phantom company. Phantom limb pain. The police frantically searched for clues to the phantom killer.
Claim.
To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples:
Claim responsibility. False claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Victim.
A person who has been harmed, injured, or otherwise negatively affected by a particular action, circumstance, or event.
Examples:
Victim support. Victim compensation. The victim of the crime deserves justice and support to recover from the trauma.
Murder.
The crime of killing somebody intentionally.
Examples:
Murder in the second degree. Attempted murder. This intriguing murder mystery remains unsolved.
Foul.
Extremely unpleasant, dirty, or smelling bad.
Examples:
Foul day. Foul language. It was foul of him to betray his friend.
Convince.
To persuade someone or make someone believe that something is true.
Examples:
Convince her to go with us. Convince an opponent. I am considering what I should do to convince him.
Usurp.
To take or claim a position, power, authority, etc., without the right or legitimate claim, to seize and hold something, especially a position or power, by force.
Examples:
Usurp power. Attempt to usurp the throne. The competitor tried to usurp the reigning champion's title.
Throne.
A chair or seat of state for a monarch or other high-ranking person, the position of being a king or queen.
Examples:
Abdicate the throne. Imperial throne. The king sat on his throne, surveying his kingdom.
Mourning.
The act or expression of sorrow or grief for someone who has died, a period of time set aside for such grieving.
Examples:
Mourning period. Mourning ritual. She wore black clothing as a symbol of mourning for her grandmother.
Rage.
A strong feeling of anger or violence.
Examples:
Uncontrollable rage. Fall into a rage. She was filled with a burning rage at the injustice she had witnessed.
Plot.
A secret plan or scheme to achieve a specific goal, the plan or main story of a literary work. Verb, to plan secretly, usually something illegal.
Examples:
Plot line. Plot a surprise attack. The plot of the novel centers around a group of friends who uncover a conspiracy to control the world's water supply.
Revenge.
The act of seeking or taking retribution for harm or injury, or the desire to do so.
Examples:
Revenge attack. Seek revenge. After his family is killed, the main character sets out on a quest for revenge against the people responsible.
Conspirator.
A person who is involved in a conspiracy equals a secret agreement between two or more people to perform something, especially to commit a crime or an illegal act.
Examples:
Unmask a conspirator. Co-conspirator. The police arrested several conspirators involved in the plot to overthrow the government.
Odd.
Strange or unexpected, not divisible by two.
Examples:
In an odd way. Odd behavior. His grandfather was an odd man.
Tragedy.
An event or situation causing great loss, misfortune, or destruction, a play or literature that deals with a severe and sad event and often ends with the death of the main character.
Examples:
A tragedy during work. The aftermath of this tragedy. Macbeth is a famous tragedy by Shakespeare.
Abrupt.
Sudden and unexpected.
Examples:
Abrupt departure. Speak in an abrupt manner. The sudden, abrupt change in weather caught everyone by surprise.
Brutality.
The quality or state of being cruel or savage.
Examples:
Military brutality. Brutality against civilians. The protesters were outraged by the police brutality they witnessed at the demonstration.
All-consuming.
Taking up all of a person's attention, energy, or resources, having a powerful or overwhelming impact or influence.
Examples:
All-consuming flame. All-consuming passion. His all-consuming love for her made him forget about everything else in his life.
Romantic.
Of or relating to love or a sexual relationship.
Examples:
Romantic movies. Romantic breakup. It was his first romantic love.
Genre.
A particular type or style of literature, art, music, or film that involves a particular set of characteristics.
Examples:
Genre of music. A literary genre. He is known for creating genre-busting paintings.
Plumb.
To examine something closely or carefully, to measure the depth of water, a pipe, or a hole, by means of a plumb line or similar device, to explore or understand something completely or fully.
Examples:
Plumb the depths. Plumb a pipe. The contractor had to plumb the new building before erecting the walls.
Depth.
The distance between the top and bottom of something, between the top surface and a distance below it.
Examples:
Depth camera. The depth of the water. The pond's depth was around 5 feet.
Protagonist.
The main character in a literary work, film, or other stories.
Examples:
Protagonist of drama. Play a protagonist. The protagonist's triumph over adversity was the theme of this play.
Decisive.
Making a clear and definite decision or choice, settling an issue.
Examples:
A decisive ballot. Decisive action. The decisive victory in the war ended years of conflict.
Tragic.
causing great sadness or suffering, very unfortunate.
Examples:
Tragic love stories. Tragic death. The tragic events of the war left many families torn apart.
Consequence:
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples:
Unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences.
Thereof.
Of or about the thing mentioned.
Examples:
Ability or absence thereof. In the settlement thereof. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof.
Revelation.
A fact that has been disclosed to others, especially a surprising one, the act of revealing or telling the fact or truth to others, communication of knowledge to humans by a divine or supernatural agency.
Examples:
A divine revelation. The revelation of a secret. The shocking revelation embarrassed the administration.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Tangle.
A confused mass of something twisted together.
Examples:
In a tangle. Tangle wires. The cords behind my computer were a tangled mess.
Negotiate.
To have formal discussions with someone to reach an agreement.
Examples:
Negotiate a settlement. Negotiate the price of the house. We are always happy to negotiate a discount.
Counselor.
A person trained to give advice and help people deal with personal or emotional problems.
Examples:
Counselor office. Admissions counselor. She is a school counselor dedicated to helping students navigate academic and personal challenges.
Possess.
To have or own something or to have as an attribute, knowledge, skill, etc.
Examples:
Possess a basic knowledge. Possess divine powers. He possesses a good sense of humor.
Ulterior.
Existing beyond what is obvious or apparent, intentionally concealed or kept hidden, lying beneath the surface.
Examples:
Ulterior meaning. Ulterior plan. The politician had ulterior motives for supporting the bill, which was later uncovered by the media.
Motif.
A recurring element in an artistic or literary work, typically a particular image or idea, a theme that is repeated or elaborated in a piece of music.
Examples:
Animal motif. The motif of a music piece. The repeating floral motif in the wallpaper added a touch of elegance to the room.
Constantly.
All the time.
Examples:
A constantly innovative enterprise. A constantly varying mind. The mobile application industry is constantly changing.
Delay.
To cause something to happen at a later time than originally intended or expected.
Examples:
Delay a flight 3 hours. Delay the new project. We delayed the payment because of an incorrect invoice.
Dither.
To be indecisive or unsure about something. To tremble or shake with nervousness or excitement.
Examples:
Dither over a decision. Dither in negotiations. I couldn't decide what to wear to the party, so I dithered over my outfit for hours.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things. To narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship. To empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Exasperate.
To irritate or annoy someone intensely. To provoke or aggravate someone to the point of exasperation, frustration, or fury.
Examples:
Exasperate him to anger. Exasperate a situation. Her constant complaining about the weather started to exasperate everyone around her.
Consume.
To spend something, especially fuel, energy, or time, in a large amount.
Examples:
Consume a large of alcohol. Consume electricity. A smaller car will consume less fuel.
Awful.
Causing fear, dread, or terror, very bad or unpleasant.
Examples:
An awful error. Do awful damage. I regretted making an awful mistake in my final exam.
Machination.
A crafty or cunning scheme or plot, often designed to cause harm or mischief.
Examples:
Political machination. Intricate machination. An investigative journalist exposed the machinations of the corrupt politician.
Endless.
Having no end or conclusion, infinitely very large in size or amount.
Examples:
Endless possibilities. Endless hours. He looked out the window at the endless stream of people.
Echo.
A sound heard after being reflected off a surface, such as a wall or a cliff.
Examples:
The echo of a person's footsteps. Sound echo. A thunderous boom echoed throughout the valley.
Accomplish.
To finish or achieve something successfully.
Examples:
Accomplish a goal. Accomplish military operations. Humankind took centuries to accomplish true democracy.
Employ.
To give somebody a job and pay them for it, to make use of.
Examples:
Employ job seekers. Employ a new method. When making arrests, police officers frequently employ excessive force.
Introspective.
Characterized by a tendency to reflect on one's thoughts, feelings, and actions, often with a deep or philosophical level of analysis and introspection.
Examples:
Introspective thoughts. Introspective personality. His poetry was deeply introspective, exploring themes of identity, loss, and the human condition.
Blazing.
Burning and emitting intense heat and light, powerful and impressive.
Examples:
Blazing fury. Blazing fire. The blazing sun beat down on the desert.
Contemplate.
To think about a possible future action, or to think about something for a long time thoughtfully.
Examples:
Contemplate a marriage. Contemplated leaving school. I recently contemplated dropping out of school and getting a full-time job.
Heaven.
Of various religious and mythological traditions, a place or state of existence considered to be the abode of the divine, the afterlife, or a higher realm of being, a state of great happiness, contentment, or beauty.
Examples:
Ascend to heaven. Heaven on earth. He felt like heaven when he tasted the delicious chocolate cake.
Hell.
The place thought to be where bad people go and are punished after death, often depicted as being located beneath the earth, an extraordinarily unpleasant or difficult place.
Examples:
Run like hell. Hell broke loose. The battlefield became hell on earth.
Cackle.
To laugh in a harsh, loud, and often unpleasant way, especially as a sign of amusement or derision. Noun, a loud, shrill, and often unpleasant laughter that is usually associated with witches, hyenas, or other such stereotypical characters.
Examples:
Cackle loudly. Witch cackle. The older woman cackled with delight as she told us her stories of days gone by.
Meditation.
The act of focusing one's mind on a particular object or thought, activity to train attention and achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state.
Examples:
meditation training, religious meditation. The meditation instructor guided the group through the relaxation and breathing exercises.
Mortality.
The quality or state of being subject to death.
Examples:
mortality due to cancer, lower infant mortality. This disease has a high mortality.
Melancholy.
A feeling of sadness, disappointment, or boredom, often accompanied by a lack of energy or motivation.
Examples:
feel melancholy, nostalgic melancholy. His melancholy mood was apparent to everyone who knew him.
Monologue.
A solo speech or performance given by one person, typically in a theatrical or storytelling context, and often used to reveal aspects of the speaker's thoughts, feelings, or backstory.
Examples:
inner monologue, deliver a monologue. The actor's monologue was so powerful that the audience was moved to tears.
Breathtaking.
Extremely impressive, stunning, awe-inspiring, or emotionally overwhelming.
Examples:
breathtaking view, breathtaking performance. The sunset over the ocean was truly breathtaking.
Exemplify.
To serve as a typical example of something.
Examples:
exemplify the importance, exemplify the solution. The example of a successful startup serves to exemplify the potential of the industry.
Declaration.
A formal or explicit statement or announcement.
Examples:
Declaration of Independence, unilateral declaration. The president made the declaration of war.
Angst.
A feeling of deep anxiety or dread, typically an unfocused one about the human condition or the state of the world in general.
Examples:
An endless stream of angst. With no angst. He felt a sense of angst about the future and wasn't sure what would happen.
Noble.
Having or showing excellent personal qualities or high moral principles that people admire.
Examples:
A noble family. Noble gas. He is a noble-minded man.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Sling.
To throw or drop something somewhere carelessly, to hang loosely or freely. Noun, a length of rope, fabric, or chain used to support or lift something.
Examples:
Sling an arrow. Slingshot. The children were playing by slinging stones at the monument.
Arrow.
A thin, pointed projectile designed to be shot from a bow, a symbol or pointer that is shaped like an arrow.
Examples:
Arrow pointing. Arrow diagram. The archer aimed his arrow carefully at the target.
Fortune.
A large amount of money or property, chance or luck as an unknown and arbitrary force affecting human affairs.
Examples:
Ill fortune. Bit of good fortune. Capitalism guarantees the right of ownership of personal fortune.
Opposing.
Competing, fighting, or working against each other.
Examples:
Opposing counsel. In an opposing direction. We have no intention of opposing his idea.
Dilemma.
A situation in which a difficult choice has to be made between two or more options, especially that are equally unfavorable ones.
Examples:
Chicken and egg dilemma. Be in a dilemma. The choice between bureaucracy and adhocracy represents a common dilemma.
Anxiety.
A feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease about something that is happening or might happen in the future.
Examples:
Diagnosis of anxiety disorder. Anxiety for knowledge. She waited for her daughter with anxiety.
Mad.
Insane, especially due to a mental illness, very angry.
Examples:
A mad person. Gets mad easily. He was mad with joy to see the results.
Confuse.
To mistake one thing for another, to make somebody hard to understand.
Examples:
Confuse the listener. Confuse fantasy with reality. Her remarks confused the debate.
Brink.
The point at which something is about to happen, the edge of a steep place.
Examples:
Brink of war. On the brink. We were on the brink of a financial crisis.
Insanity.
The state of being seriously mentally ill, madness.
Examples:
Sheer insanity. Alcoholic insanity. His behavior became increasingly erratic, leading many to believe he was experiencing a bout of insanity.
Weigh.
To have a particular weight, to carefully evaluate things before making a conclusion.
Examples:
Weigh heavily on stock prices. Weigh a cargo. The baby weighs 1 pound 3 ounces.
Interaction.
The act of connecting with someone, mainly when working, playing, or spending time with them.
Examples:
The interaction between man and his environment. Interaction among human beings. The interaction of the two groups is good for brainstorming.
Inward.
Directed or facing towards the inside, inside or inward looking.
Examples:
Inward peace. Inward cargo. The inward motion of the tide was gradually slowing down.
Destruction.
The act of causing so much damage to something.
Examples:
Path of destruction. Cyclonic destruction. The extinction of several subspecies has been linked to climate change and habitat destruction.
Cruel.
Feeling or showing pleasure in causing pain or suffering to others.
Examples:
A cruel and unusual punishment. Cruel joke. The dictator was known for his cruel and oppressive regime.
Doom.
Death, destruction, or some other terrible situation that cannot be avoided.
Examples:
Economic doom. Prophet of doom. Everyone was aware of the impending doom, but was unable to prevent it.
Erratic.
Characterized by lack of consistency, regularity, or predictable behavior, unpredictable or inconsistent in movement, behavior, or quality.
Examples:
Erratic behavior. Erratic movements. The stock market has been behaving in an erratic manner, making it difficult for investors to predict future trends.
Ripple.
A small wave on the surface of a liquid, typically caused by an object falling into it or a slight wind.
Examples:
A ripple of laughter. Ripple in the water. Many businesses felt the ripple effect of the economy's decline.
Toxic.
Of or relating to or caused by a poison, poisonous.
Examples:
Toxic molecule. Exposure to toxic chemicals. This chemical compound is 1,000-fold more toxic.
Warn.
To make someone aware of potential danger or difficulty, particularly one that may occur in the future.
Examples:
Warn a reckless driver. Warned me of the plan. I attempted to warn him, but he ignored me.
Overlook.
To fail to notice something, to watch over someone, to provide a view from above.
Examples:
Overlook a street. Overlook that fact. We cannot overlook an opportunity for great success.
Oversight.
The act of supervising or watching over something, a mistake caused by not paying enough attention to something.
Examples:
environmental oversight, oversight committee. Due to careless oversight, the product was not inspected before it was shipped to the customers.
Dismiss.
To regard something or someone as not important and not worth considering. To terminate someone's employment.
Examples:
dismiss a person from the office. Dismiss a matter with a laugh. The committee has decided to dismiss the president from the post.
Alarming.
Causing concern or apprehension, causing a feeling of danger, harm, or emergency, unsettling or disturbing.
Examples:
alarming news. Alarming statistics. The sudden rise in crime rates in our neighborhood is quite alarming.
Lovesick.
Feeling sad, lonely, or depressed because one is not in a romantic relationship or because one's significant other is not with them.
Examples:
lovesick poet. A lovesick maiden. She was lovesick and couldn't stop thinking about him.
Stem.
The central part of something from which other parts can develop or grow, the part of a word common to all its inflected variants. Verb, to grow out of, have roots in, or originate in.
Examples:
stem from a belief. The stem of a matchstick. A rose has thorns on its stem.
Deliberate.
Done with full consciousness of nature and effects rather than by accident.
Examples:
the deliberate act of provocation. Deliberate attempt. Despite its advanced science and technology, the empire was deliberate about invasion.
Identity.
The fact of being who or what somebody or something is, the features, emotions, or ideas that distinguish persons from one another.
Examples:
mistaken identity. Identity as an individual. The terrorist's identity remains unknown.
Bloodshed.
The act of shedding blood, often used to describe violence or war, injury or death caused by violence or conflict.
Examples:
bloody bloodshed. Massive bloodshed. The negotiations failed, leading to threats of bloodshed between the two countries.
Uncomfortable.
Providing or feeling physical discomfort or slight pain.
Examples:
an uncomfortable silence. With an uncomfortable face. His abusive words made me uncomfortable.
Evolve.
To develop gradually, or to cause the development of something or someone gradually.
Examples:
evolve. Evolve over the past decade. Eyeless fish evolved in dark caves.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, To come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Doubt.
A feeling of being uncertain about something, especially about how good or accurate it is.
Examples:
Dispel doubts. No doubt about the news. Doubt is the start, not the end, of intelligence.
Grapple.
To make a strenuous effort to solve a problem, to engage in a close fight or conflict without weapons.
Examples:
Grapple with problem. Grapple with each other. He needed to grapple with structural reforms to improve the company's revenue.
Avenge.
To get revenge or seek retribution for a perceived wrong or injury, often in the form of punishment, retaliation, or vindication.
Examples:
Avenge a friend. Avenge an injustice. He sought to avenge his brother's death by seeking justice through the legal system.
Chaos.
A state of complete confusion or disorder, often characterized by a lack of predictability or control.
Examples:
Chaos theory. Midst of chaos. The conference room was in chaos as everyone tried to speak at once.
Observe.
To watch or notice something carefully, often to gather information or insights, to take note of something or someone, to celebrate or commemorate a special event or occasion.
Examples:
Observe a tradition. Observe wildlife. It is important to observe safety procedures in the workplace to prevent accidents.